We're going to work with some seated steeries here. I can't talk today. Ball goes behind the sacrum. Now the biggest challenge with this is where do I put the ball? A lot of times people like to tuck the ball way under their booty. I want you to more so think about just snugly placing the ball. The ball is more deflated because then you're in charge of the ball versus the ball being in charge of you. If the ball is tightly inflated like this, the ball is going to bounce you everywhere versus your body controlling the ball. Alright, so now here, think about sitting upright. Just for a second, I'm going to cross my legs. When you sit upright, I do not want you to arch the low back. Think about creating length through the inner body when you sit tall. Now hands under the knees, feet are sit bones width. So the feet are pretty narrow together. Rather than having them touch, give them a little bit of space. Alright, without leaning back now, exhale. Imagine that there's a little needle right in your belly button attaching to your sacrum. I want you to kiss your sacrum into the ball. So when you press your sacrum, which is your lower spine, into the ball, you're not shrinking or rounding your shoulders. It's like a hula dancer. So exhale, press the sacrum into the ball. Now with a long spine, inhale, let's lean 45 degrees back. So as you lean 45 degrees back, either light touch under the knees or arms are going to come up shoulder level, palms face in. Now notice again your weight on the ball. Am I laying on the ball? Or am I trying to be slightly in front of the ball? So you're really starting to feel that deep transversus muscle turn on. The higher you lift your arms, the more you're going to find that earthquake. That's that shake or that quake. Making sure that you're not rounding the spine or overly arching. Let's hold here now 5 good breaths. So inhale through the nose and exhale. Give a nice little squeeze if you're using a ball between your knees. A couple of you are. Give that ball a little squeeze. Good. Come back. You got it. Now lift your arms just a hair higher. There you go. Now you got it. Awesome. So if you imagine as though you're wearing a tube top around your low natural waist, that's your transversus muscle. That transversus muscle is a hoop beneath all the other muscles of your core. It is the deepest core layer. Let's go 4, 3, 2, 1. Now on your next inhale, you're drawing up through your inside belly button. Inhale, exhale, draw yourself to sit nice and tall. Arms down slow. Nice. So now we're going to do a repetitious arm movement. With the ball still tucked behind the spine, nice tall body. Exhale, little kiss of the sacrum to the ball. Inhale, lean back 45 degrees without arching the lower back. So we're not exaggerating the lower curve of the spine. I want you to ever slightly kiss again, sacrum into ball. On the inhalation, arms come up overhead. And exhale, slowly lower down. No tension in the shoulders. Inhale, arms come up, really long neck. And exhale. Now visualize right below the belly button. As you inhale, you're drawing the smiley face under your belly button. Exhale. Inhale. Now exhale, contract anal sphincter. So you're contracting literally on that anal sphincter. That muscle is about 2 to 3 centimeters long. So there actually is a pull in. Inhale. And exhale. Let's go 3 more. Inhale, nice long spine. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Reach to the fingertips. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Arms are at shoulder level. Inhale, prepare. You're drawing up through that fishing hook. Exhale, draw yourself nice and tall. Rest forward over the legs. Seated child. Take 3 breaths. Last breath. Inhale, sit nice and tall. Nice, hands again under the knees. And as you sit nice and tall, again, keep that little bit of a kiss in towards the wall. Inhale back 45 degrees. So inhale, we're going to go back. And then arms are going to come up shoulder level. Now we're going to go genie style arms. So that means the elbows are going to bend and you're going to grab hold of each of your triceps. One thing I want you to pay attention to, this is a core challenge in itself, just staying here as I talk. I want you to think about not pulling up with the arms and shoulders, but rather pulling up with a rope around your waistline, okay? So this is always the inhale when we go back. As you exhale, use the rope around your waistline. Exhale, come up, sit tall. We're not pulling forward, we're going upright. And then again, inhale, kiss the sacrum to the ball, back 45 degrees. And then again, exhale, up with the rope. Great. Inhale, sacrum kisses into the ball. There should be no hip flexor. Exhale, gently come back up. Nice. Inhale. We're breathing into our side lungs as we inhale. Exhale, come back up. So if you're belly breathing, you're breaking that contraction every time you inhale. So I want you to breathe into your imaginary strapless dress. Exhale. Good. Makes sense, doesn't it? Inhale and exhale. Now if you're feeling hip flexor pain, so that's the groin, I don't want you to go back as far. Exhale. Now remember how I talked about that anal sphincter contraction? Forward of that for women is the vaginal passageway. So we're engaging as we lift. These are the pelvic floor walls. Inhale. Exhale, nice and slow. You're lifting through your true waist. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, remember going up, not forward. And last one. Inhale. And exhale, upright. Nice. Draw the bottoms of the feet together, round angle. Just rock side to side to release the glutes. And exhale, fold forward. If you'd like to, elbows press down on the insides of the knees or extend your arms forward. Remember what I said in the beginning of the class? The arms are an extension of your back muscle. So just by reaching your arms, you're encouraging your spine to get more length. Inhale, press your hips back as your arms reach forward. Exhale, lower down, no tension. So bring as much breath as you can to your body. Inhale, walk yourself back up. Awesome. We're going to do boxing, which is one of my favorite movements with the ball, and then we're going to lay back. So feet again are going to come hips distance. Ball's going to tuck behind the sacrum. So with boxing, one of the most challenging things is to not let the whole body become almost like a little wiggle worm. We're really isolating or structurally sound in the lower body. So from the hips down, it doesn't move. So if you think about where your true natural waist is, that's where the movement is coming from. It's almost like an hourglass effect. So as I stabilize my lower body, we can stick another ball between the knees if we need to. I'm going to come up and make a boxer's-like arm. So I'm going to have light-toned fists, and my arms are going to be up, elbow is at shoulder level. So as I go back, I'm going to start turning micro turns as I come back to about 45 degrees. And then I'm going to slowly, again, have those micro turns as I come back up. Here's a couple challenge points that a lot of people have. So if I turn towards you, you can kind of get a better idea. The arms just move. And you notice that my torso's not moving at all, or the legs start moving in combination, okay? Because we try to go too fast. So I really want you to focus on, if I was just sitting in place with crossed legs, that this is where the movement is coming from. It's not even coming from the hips. So we're really thinking about that true natural waist, okay? We're gonna take it super slow, and then we're gonna try to speed it up and bring some heat into the body. All right, so we'll go back. If you need to, take more than one breath. Otherwise, you can also pulse the breath. So a quick, if you need to. All right, arms come up, light tone with the fists, relax your shoulders. Let's first kiss the sacrum to the ball, and now we're gonna go back, micro turns. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sit bones are grounded the whole time, so you're not feeling yourself rock on your sit bones. And back up, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go to 8 count now. So back 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now hold here and box sideways. So all you're going to do is box sideways now. Again, you're moving from your natural waist. You're not moving from the shoulders. Let's go 4, 3. Keep your sacrum steady on the ball. 2, and 1. Let's go up for 8 counts. 7, stay with me. 6, come lifting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Take a breath. How'd that feel? Okay? Awesome. Anita. All right. Move your ball and lay onto your back. You weren't supposed to answer that. All right, lay onto your back, bring your knees into your chest, just rock side to side. Just allow the sacral area to readjust, soften your shoulders. Awesome. So combining a twist with some core work, we get a relief for the spine, and we still get that nice strong core. You won't need your ball for now, but I want you to set your feet onto the floor and find neutral pelvis. So we'll find it through a pelvic tilt. On the inhalation, allow your lower back to arch away from the floor. So as you arch away from the floor, you should feel like you have enough space to get maybe your arm, or at least your fingertips under your lowest curve of your spine. As you exhale, tipping your lower spine into the floor. Do not squeeze your glutes, but I want you to think about that anal sphincter wall, okay? So you're retracting in, and then inhale, free that area as your arch of your back comes in again. And then again, exhale, tip your low back into the floor. Instead of death squeezing your glutes, press your feet into the floor. Now as you contract anal sphincter, remember forward of that, it's going to be that vaginal passageway contraction. That area is the perineum. It's the deepest pelvic floor muscle. Inhale, release everything, arch this back. And then last one, exhale, contract those two areas we just talked about and the urethra. So that's the area that we hold when we have to go to the bathroom. And then inhale, alleviate all that, release it out, arch the back. Find healthy pelvic neutral. So pubis bone and hip bones lie parallel with the ceiling. So that leaves your lower back in its own natural curve. You are never pressing the low back into the floor. Unless you've come out of a severe car accident or you've broken your pelvis or your spine, there's different circumstances that will ask you to press down. But if you're a healthy individual, you're going to want to work neutral. All right, so from that neutral point, keeping the pelvic floor walls pulled up like a drain plug, inhale, lift your legs to a tabletop. So flex the feet. Anytime you're feeling hip flexor, you're not using your pelvic floor properly. Okay, so if to modify that, you can lower the heels down. You're letting out some of the weight on your core. All right, arms open to T-palms face up. Keep your legs glued together and keep the feet flexed. We're going to go side to side in a breath-by-breath movement. So inhale, let's tip halfway to the right. So you're going to inhale, move your legs halfway to the right. You're balancing on your right glute. Exhale, remember that rope I talked about? Draw your legs back to center, exhale. Nice, and opposite side. Inhale, tip halfway to the left. Keep your legs together. Exhale, the rope is pulling you back on your natural waist, not your hip flexors. Inhale, tip to the right. And exhale, contract the obliques to the sides of the waist. Inhale, tip to the left. Keep your feet flexed to keep the legs toned. Exhale, back to center. One more time each time, we're going to add an element. Inhale, tip. Nice, ladies. Exhale, come back to center. And inhale, tip. Exhale, use your breath. Inhale, tip to the right. Now exhale, extend your legs at 45 degrees. Really reach to the heels. Inhale, rebend right where you were. Exhale, contract and come back to center. You got it. Inhale, tip to the left. Flex the feet. Exhale, squeeze the legs together. Inhale, bend. Exhale, back to center. I want you to do 3 more each way. So as you tip, a couple things you have to watch for. When you extend the legs, if your opposite shoulder pulls up off the floor, the core is not quite strong enough to carry the body weight yet. So don't extend the legs all the way. You can extend the legs only a quarter of the way or just halfway out. It's not so much the movement that counts, but the effectiveness of the movement. So really pay attention to that. Inhale, tip. Exhale, press. Try to keep your feet close to your shoulder. And then return. Exhale, back to center. Keep breathing. Exhale. Remember the strapless stress. Breathe into your rib cage when you inhale. Every time we inhale into the belly, during exercise, during yoga, during CFF, we're breaking that core contraction. Finish up with your last one. Inhale when you tip. Exhale when you extend, reach the heels. Inhale when you bend. Exhale, return back to center. Nice job, drop the feet towards the floor. Awesome, 2 rounds of pelvic tilt. Inhale, let the back arch. Freedom in the lower spine. Good, exhale, tip your back towards the earth. No squeezing the glutes. Last time, inhale, arch, really relax your shoulders. And exhale, tip towards the floor. Awesome, grab your green ball. So green ball is now gonna go under the sacrum. So how do I know where my sacrum is? It's where your pants are. So your lower spine, your lumbar is where your shirt is. Beneath that is where your sacrum is. That's where you wanna stick the ball. So when you bring your hips onto the ball, your ball is now gonna support you. Find neutral again. So pubis bone and hip bones run parallel with the sky. Always go with that order of operations. Once I find structural neutral, I'm going to engage pelvic floor. Now lift just your right leg up to a tabletop. That means shin is parallel with the ceiling. Take your opposite arm, and I want you to resist your hand into your arm. So as you exhale, resist your hand into your arm. If you take your free fingertips and touch your belly, you should feel an immediate contraction. Okay? So that's your core experience. That's what we're looking for, that type of a contraction. So now lower that leg down and switch sides. It isn't uncommon to have one side stronger than the other. Resist thigh into hand, hand into thigh. Take your opposite hand and again just give that belly a little poke. And you can notice that core contraction. So we do have that capability, it is there. And slowly lower down. We're trying to recreate that now. Inhale without losing neutral. Exhale, pull the legs up to a tabletop. So your feet are flexed and your knees are bent. Nice. Let's just go with a little bit of a heel drop. One of my favorite movements on the ball. Moving from the hip, we'll drop right leg first. So inhale, lower your right heel towards the floor without arching the back. Exhale, draw your leg back up. You're on a fishing hook. Inhale, lower without arching the back. Now exhale, no hip flexor. That's where your pelvic floor comes in. Lift. By changing my arm area so I can keep my arms straight down on the floor, I can bend my elbows like a robot. Or the second I take my arms off the floor, my only support is my head, shoulders, and ball now. So you're going to change how much core effort you put in by changing your arm dominance in the movement. Exhale. Let's go 4 more. As you inhale, lower the heel. Remember, we're not belly breathing. Notice if your belly steeples or buckles. I don't want you to drop the heel as far, okay? If you're feeling core or hip flexor too much, don't drop the heel as far. Lower down, inhale. Really think about keeping everything glued tight. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, lower. And exhale, back up. We're switching sides. So inhale, lower. You got it. And exhale down. Don't worry about how far you're going, okay? And slowly back up. So it's all about the effectiveness. So lower, inhale. You got it. And then exhale, slowly come back up. You got it. So the second you start to feel like your hips are erasing your mat with an eraser on a chalkboard, you know you've gone too far. So we want to try to keep that stability. And again, keep that inward and upward contraction. Too much hip flexor means you're holding the wrong muscles, okay? It's like going to your neighbor's house for 20 years, realizing your friend was really living next to them and you never knew it. One more. Lower. And lift. Hold here, inhale, pause. Slowly lower one or both heels at the same time towards the floor. Release. Nice, bottoms of the feet together, drop your knees open. Now let your back exaggerate the curve. So we are going to arch. Arms come overhead, palms face up. Relax your shoulders, nice deep breath. So inhale through the nose. And exhale, nice heavy knees, relax your glutes. Just take a few moments of breath. Recognize that there is a process between using your hip flexors and turning them off, and then starting to use your core, especially if your body's been confused its whole life, thinking that your hip flexors have been your core. So it's a work in progress. Nice, hands come around, lift the thighs back up, readjust your hips so that they're on the ball again. So sacrum's on the ball, pelvis is in neutral, arms are down at your sides. Relax your shoulders heavy. Let's pick up just now the left leg. So left leg can either come to a tabletop, or you're going to flex the foot and bring the heel towards the ceiling. Let's just do a little hamstring stretch to initiate. Pelvic neutral, even in a stretch. The core is still the motherboard of the movement. Clasp your hands behind the hamstring and draw your leg in a few inches. You can work with a bent knee. You're still getting a hamstring stretch, but I don't want you to drop the low back in towards the floor. I want you to keep the spine neutral and then draw the leg in. You got it. Let's just go 4. Flex through the foot a little bit more. 3. Relax your shoulders. 2. And 1. Now bring the leg vertical with the ceiling and realign neutral pelvis if you've lost it. Keeping your lower leg steady. The less arm, remember, you have on the floor, the more core dominance they're going to be, as long as you can manage the load. On the inhalation with a flexed foot, so we have a nice long hamstring, I want you to inhale, circle out and away from the body. You should feel oblique turn on. As you come then down at 45 degrees, zip straight up, exhale. So exhale comes straight up, so it's a half circle. Inhale, down, out, and around, and exhale straight up. Nice. Inhale, down, out, and around, and exhale straight up. So we're used to, if you have a history of Pilates, that external rotation. If you watch your leg, I do not want you to turn the leg externally, so that we're, again, not hip flexor dominant. Any bunny tailing on the ball, your ball is taking over, and your core is starting to become secondary. So really pay attention to that. Nice. And straight up, you got it. Stability will always dominate mobility. So if you can be stable, then you have permission to be mobile. So let's keep these guys really steady. Okay. So inhale out. There you go. And then exhale, zip straight up. 2 more on this side. Inhale. Exhale, straight up. Last one, you got it. This is a tough one. Nice job. All right, slowly lower the leg all the way down to the floor. Let's try the opposite side. Typically, we have a more dominant side. Keep your bent knee, the one that's on the floor, make sure that it's not sinking out to the side. Keep that knee right in line with its hip and ankle. Extend the leg up. Flex the foot, just gently clasp behind the hamstring. Exhale, draw the leg in. We're just looking for a sensation. So as you draw the leg in, we've kind of been taught, not always consciously, but more subconsciously, to keep going until the stretch is so intense that you can't hold it anymore. I just want you to go with that initial sensation. Wait for that to pass. That's your permission to go deeper. So inhale through the nose, still contracting belly. It's easy to forget. Exhale, gently draw the leg in. The more you flex through the foot, the more you're going to turn on the stretch to the calf. Nice, even breath. Inhale, leg comes vertical. At any time you need to readjust the green ball, do so. Hips are steady and in neutral. The less arm you have on the floor, again, the more challenging that stability is going to be. Flex through the foot, knee is neutral with your nose. Inhale, move out to the side, down to 45, straight up like a zipper, exhale. Nice, inhale out, down, and exhale straight up like a zipper. Your base foot can absolutely be pressing into the floor. We're just not death gripping the floor. Good. All I'm going to do is bring this heel out to the side a little bit. There we go. Don't worry about being symmetrical with your opposite side. Focus on this side as its own unique individual side. There's no extra movement on the ball. Remember, your core is the motherboard for the leg. Your leg is only an extension of your core. Nice. Keep the foot flexed and keep the thigh toned. So you can go 2 more. So inhale on the outswing, control it. Exhale, you should go from oblique to pelvic floor to transversus. Last one. And center. Nice. If this is your more challenging side, stay here and do an additional 5. If it's not, I want you to switch legs and do the opposite. So we're going to use 2-to-1 ratio, so weaker side gets additional. Okay, so inhale on the outswing, exhale on the upswing. Inhale on the outswing, exhale on the upswing. Steady, steady, steady. If all you can do is do 3, I'd rather have you do 3 really good ones than 5 kind of not so great. So we're trying to change our mindset from quality, or to quality from quantity. After you've done your 5, slowly lower the leg down. Nice job, ladies. Awesome. Let's switch the ball. Now, so take the ball out from under the sacrum, knees into the chest. Just give yourself a nice hug, rock side to side. As you rock side to side, you're giving that sacrum an opportunity to reset itself. This is one of the simplest movements to do, but actually the one of the most beneficial movements for back hair. Nice. All right, settle yourself down. Let's roll onto the side. So I want you to have your head face high with 60, which would be south. And you're going to line up with the back edge of your mat. Ball is going to go under the oblique. So where's my oblique? My hip bone is here, your rib cage is here. It's the soft tissue between those points. Line your ball up so it's supporting that soft tissue. The edge of the mat never lies, so you always know it's straight. So line yourself up with the back edge of the mat. You're going to be heel, hip, ball, elbow. Everything is in one long line. If you really want to get technical, the heel of the foot is more narrow than the ball of the foot. So what you really can do if you really want to be super picky, which I like to be, you can lift the bottom heel up off the floor. So now all you're really balancing on is the ball of the foot, hip, ball, elbow, okay? Because if you notice you drop your heels down, what happens to your body? You shift back a little bit, okay? So again, here we are in the hip flexor. So as you stack your body, let's take now bottom elbow and turn that into a little fingertip support for the head. Minimal pressure on the front arm. So I like to use the fingertips because a palm implies that I'm going to push, okay? Relax the top shoulder. On the next inhale, you're not pushing up at all. All you're going to do is pull the bottom elbow back. So inhale, release the elbow back, and let's see if we can just hold and breathe. Yep, inhale through the nose. Exhale, we're staying low. We're just working on lifting that elbow. Relax the top shoulder. If you feel like you're a clock, the top leg is just kind of coming up, I want you to stagger the legs. pulling the bottom leg back from its hip socket. You're gonna even out your hip with your heel and toe. Okay, nothing wrong with that. You're just gonna keep that load in the core. Awesome. The first time I ever did this movement, I was like, oh my God, what just happened? So inhale through the nose. Let's go 4, drop the shoulder. 3, elbows not very high. 2, and 1, take a break down. Nice. All right, let's lift again. Inhale, elbow pulls back. We're lifting from the oblique, so think this area of the body. These are called mind movements for a reason. On the next inhale, lift up at least 2 inches. Exhale, hold, don't move. Inhale, lower down slow. If you need to touch the floor, exhale, hold, don't move. Here we go again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold, don't move. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, hold, don't move. We're going to do 5. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold, don't move. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, hold, don't move. We're almost there. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold, don't move. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hold. Relax your top shoulder. Inhale, lower. And exhale, release. Nice job. Bottom arm extends. Top arm extends. Take your bottom wrist and just gently clasp the top wrist. Press through the top foot and reach to the top arm. So we're trying to focus on pulling the top side waist apart. Nice. Now use your breath. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Only you can encourage space in your body. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, really press to the heel, inhale. And exhale, top arm swings around. Come up to your elbow. So I like using the ball for side leg series because what happens a lot of times is we have good intention to keep the rib cage lifted, or maybe we don't, and all of a sudden this happens. Sometimes we don't, and then all of a sudden we're so focused on the leg lifting that we forget about, again, the leg is an extension of the core. So that little guy is going to stay under the oblique, and even though it's there in a sense as a little cheater, I still want you to try to continue to lift the bottom oblique away from the ball. So I know it might be hard to see, but this is where the bottom of my left rib is. And if I just rest on the ball, it pushes out and forward. If I try to lift that bottom rib cage, I'm really starting to use more internal and external oblique. So you should also feel strength here. You shouldn't just be feeling tone here, okay? Bottom arm's gonna press into the floor. I like a fist. You can also turn palm up. If you're pushing palm down, make sure you're not death gripping the floor, okay? Back onto the edge of the ball of the foot. Flex your top foot. On the inhalation, legs gonna come up. Keep the rib cage lifted. Exhale, pelvic core is strong. Nice, inhale. And exhale, there should be no question, you're in the outer edge of the glute IT band. If the leg starts externally rotating, we're in hip flexor again. We tighten our hip flexors enough during the day. Lift, inhale. Exhale, pelvic core, push away from the floor. Inhale. And exhale. Nice, make sure the leg is shooting out right from the hip, it's not forward or back. Nice, inhale, lift, keep the rib off the ball. Exhale, let's go 4, and exhale. Inhale, 3, and exhale, keep the foot flexed, 2, and exhale. Last one, and exhale. Now we're gonna combine the two. Back down onto the elbow. It's a small movement, don't overthink it. So again, we're used to thinking big, huge movements. This is small and very, very mindful. Keeping on the edge of the ball of the foot. Leg is gonna lift in combination with torso. So if you're stronger in the leg, it's gonna look like this. Okay, if you're stronger in the oblique, it's gonna look like this. I want you to balance it out, okay? This is a balancing game. All right, here we go. So inhale here, then we're gonna lift on the exhale this time. Exhale, lift, keep it balanced. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, no cell phone holding. So that means we're not pushing the head. Slowly lower down. So it doesn't have to be big. Lift and lower. Now let's flip it. We're going to lift on the inhale. Inhale. Exhale. Foot stays flexed. 4 more. 4. Inhale. Exhale down. Pelvic core is strong. 3. And down. Consistency is all we're looking for. 2. And down. Last one. Commit all the way. And down. Nice job. Bottom arm extends. Top arm extends. Reach. If you're feeling a little off balance, bend your bottom leg and really press. So we're getting as much side stretch as possible. Awesome, ladies. Now your breath is a big component here. Try to inflate your side long. Try to inflate your side waist. So inhale, reach. And exhale, extend. Awesome. Use your top hand for help. Inhale, press up. And let's try the opposite side. I really love to hate that series.
You know, it's kind of making my shoulder hurt.
Yep, so bottom arm or top arm? Top. So
Yeah,
you're
top
using
arm.
that load arm too much. So when you're here, and remember how I said less is more? We're using the arm to dominate the oblique, okay? So try to balance it off. It's kind of a switch in progress. So there is going to be some load in the arm initially. You can't avoid that. But as the oblique and transversus get stronger, that load's going to shift from arm to oblique. We have to keep the mindset, though, that higher is not equal better, okay? So if all you can do is lift your version of 3 inches, you're going to lift your version of 3 inches. Because the progression from that is eventually to get rid of that top arm altogether. So the load is not even there at all. It's strictly in the oblique line. So really keeping that mindset that you want to make sure you feel it here also, not just in the arm. So if all you feel is in the arm, don't even go to the lift. All you're going to do is just hover and hold to build up that strength. Now doing the opposite side, we're typically stronger on one side. So again, don't try to be even symmetrically, just commit even symmetrically. All right, balance it out. So ball of the foot, heel lifts, elbow to the floor, top hand supports. We're just going to balance first. Wherever my eyes go, my body goes, so I'm going to try to stay looking forward rather than down towards my legs or to the floor. Inhale, release the elbow. So inhale through the nose. You can start to challenge your body. Okay, I'm going to use one fingertip. So it's a good checkpoint. Am I gripping the floor? Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, am I still continuing to try to deflate the front belly? Let's go 4. Remember, we're not high here. Keep the top side of the neck nice and long. 3. Keep breathing. 2. You get a rest point. Exhale down slow. Now we're going to do those 5 slow lifts, okay? Keeping the legs anchored. If you're finding that your top leg is lifting, stagger the feet. It's not that you're taking anything away from the core. You're just shifting more strength into the obliques and taking the load out of the legs, okay? So it'll just benefit you in the long run. All right, no matter where you are, flex the feet. We're going to lift on the inhale, hold on the exhale, lower on the inhale, repeat the game again 5 times. All right, so let's just first lift. Inhale, hold your exhale. Now inhale, lift just a few inches. Hold, exhale, breathe out. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, hold, breathe out. Inhale, lift, doesn't have to be high. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift. Soften your top shoulder. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold. 2 more, let's keep going. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold. Last time, you're doing awesome. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale, commit all the way. Exhale, lower down. Extend the arms. Do you notice a difference side to side at all?
Yes.
Yeah? All right, press to the top leg if I don't fall over, and reach to the top arm. Now here's where you can really bring even more value to your breath. Try to breathe into that top side rib. Try to breathe into that top side waist. All right, top arm swings around. Use it for help. Press yourself up. Bottom elbow comes to the floor. We're lining up elbow under shoulder. And again, fingertips are forward. I can either bring my hand out straight, palm down, palm up, or I can make a fist. Find where you feel effective. My hips, really important, need to stay stacked. The second I rock forward or back, it's all a pulling game. I'm going to lift with my hip flexor. I'm going to overuse my glute and end up with back pain. So make sure that you're stacked. Flex the feet and stay lifted off the ball. As our body starts to get tired, all of a sudden we're like, thank goodness the ball is here. And we're just here all mushy. So I want you again to keep that core component. Press into your forearm. There's a stability aspect in the shoulder joint as well. Hand can be in front here. It can also be on the top hip. It's up to you. So we're lifting first on the exhale, then we're going to flip it and lift on the inhale this time. So when you're ready, exhale, lift. Keep the oblique lifted and inhale, lower down. We're just going to do 5 this way. Lift, exhale. And inhale, lower down. 3 more. When you lift, you're lifting through the outside heel rather than the outside pinky toe. Let's lift 2. And down. Are you able to feel the outside of the glute here? Okay, good. And last one. Lift. And down. Now we're going to lift on the inhale. So inhale, lift 5. And exhale, keep the oblique lifted. Inhale, lift 4. Exhale, oblique when the leg comes down. Inhale, 3. Exhale, oblique. Inhale, 2. Exhale, oblique, commit all the way, last one, and down. drop to the palm, elbow to the floor. Now we're gonna combine both. Remember, it's a balancing act, a little teeter-totter effect. Here we go, we're gonna lift on the inhale this time. Inhale, lift, and exhale down slow. Inhale, lift, balance it out, and exhale down slow. Inhale, lift, exhale down slow. Stay nice and long, inhale, lift, and exhale down slow. Keep the top side of the neck long. Lift and down. Let's go 4 and down. Balance out the body weight. 3 and down. Floating foot is flexed. 2 and down. Last 1 and down. Nice job. Extend. You need to bend the bottom knee and create as much reaching space as you can. Great job. When you inhale, imagine that your inhale is pulling your shirt out of your tucked pants. So as you inhale, you're really trying to draw that fascia nice and long. Nice job. Draw your top arm down to the floor. Press yourself up. Nice. Let's sit to the center. Cross legs.
That thing of keeping the angles off the floor.
Does that change it?
Easier.
Makes it easier? For you, for balancing, for rocking back? Yeah, so that's just like a little trick that I found that really makes a big difference. And you should be feeling, when you're working with that side series, you should be feeling, no doubt, that outer gluteus maximus, medius minimus. So kind of what I call the swimsuit edge. That's where you're trying to focus on. And then working into that oblique and vice versa.
That's the first time I didn't need a bent knee.
It's those little things, isn't it? All right, so let's sit cross-legged. You're going to utilize your ball like you would a foam roller. So the ball's going to go over onto the left side. Extend it all the way out to where your fingertips barely touch the ball. Now arm movement is everything. And I want you to relax the shoulder and turn the fold of the elbow out towards what would be your south wall. Palm is face down. Extend your opposite arm up. So nice little variation of the mermaid. Arm comes up, inhale. Now roll your ball out, exhale. Keep your opposite hip pinned down. So inhale now, reach into the top arm, stretch your side body. And exhale, relax your bottom shoulder, balance the load. Inhale, come back up. Now bottom palm turns down, switch arms and extend. Inhale, reach. Arm is going to rotate in towards the face. So the arm that doesn't get all the suntan here, rotate that in towards the face and press your opposing hip down. Let's go 2 more counts. And 1 more count. Inhale, come up. Arm comes to T, roll the ball away. So this is a little balance challenge. Extend, arm rotates from the shoulder, bicep to ear, or keep it up towards the ceiling. Keep your right sit bone on the ground. So you should notice just a little bit more challenge in the stretch when you keep that sit bone down. Try to balance your load on the ball or the balancing arm. Let's hold 2 more counts. And 1 more count. Inhale, come up. Arms come to T. And exhale, reach the fingertips forward. Walk your arms forward, head towards the earth. Walk your hands back towards you, sit nice and tall, switch the ball to the opposite side. So there's a balance component when you use the ball this way versus just kind of locking the shoulder. I want you to keep the shoulder down low. So as you reach over, it's not like the flat floor, okay? So arms come up, relax the shoulders down. Grab the ball with your right fingertips, roll it out as far as you can go. Opposite arm rotates up. Let's inhale, extend over now to the right, keeping your left hip down. The more intent you bring in the upper arm, the more extension you're going to get through your side body. Inhale, use your breath. Breathe into, again, your strapless dress. Extend and breathe. Relax your bottom shoulder. Exhale. 2 more counts. 1 more count. Inhale, come up. Switch side. Now this is your stable side. Bottom shoulder drops heavy. Arms either going to extend up or come all the way alongside the ear. As much as I'm valuing the reach through my arm, I'm keeping my focus in my anchoring right hip. So that hip is really the key more to the stretch than even the reaching arm. All right, nice inhale, come up. Last time. Back to the ball. Reach out. Drop the bottom shoulder heavy. Bring your left arm alongside your left ear and extend. Lots of breath. Inhale, come up, arms come to T. And exhale, lower the arms down. Nice.